This is a mini experience review of my Thunder Laser Nova 35. First of all, I needed a laser because I create custom beer tap handles, and a laser is required to get the detail that I want. So the first thing I did is I looked on the internet to look at laser engravers, and I found out that there are many laser engravers out there. My previous experience using a laser has been an Epilogue. Unfortunately, this time it was out of my price range and budget. So I went to my next source, and that was CNC Zone, to see what others were purchasing and their experiences. Time and time again, Thunder Laser kept coming up as the one to look at. Within an hour from emailing the company, I had a quote already from Ada at Thunder Laser. It was very clear that this was the company for me after doing some more research. On June 14th, 2016, my laser arrived in the port of Wilmington. It was very well packed, very well taken care of for its journey across the pond. From the moment of unpacking it, I knew this was a high-quality laser. The fit and finish is remarkable. One of the things that impresses me the most is how well it's put together and how thoughtful it's put together in its whole approach. In fact, if you look under the hood, the wiring is extremely neat and tidy. Everywhere you look, you'll find thoughtful design. This makes your whole laser experience with Thunder Laser a great pleasure. I chose to connect my laser through the Ethernet port, which works very well. I was also very pleased with the industrial chiller and the exhaust fan, which is extremely powerful. The control panel is very easy to use and very intuitive on the Thunder Laser system. I also purchased the chuck rotary system so that I could do cylindrical objects. Thunder Laser even included a small toolbox with appropriate tools and other parts that can complement your laser system. So what are the negatives of the Thunder Laser system? Well, first, I found this bolt and these two washers. Where do they go? I couldn't figure it out. Really, the only issue that I have is finding ways to square up and organize things on the table. The system is very accurate when cutting. Everything I've cut, from large to small, turns out perfectly square and great. Thunder Laser did provide a helpful suggestion of using a square on the table. It just didn't work that great for me, but there is a simple solution. Make yourself a fixture. This is my first old fixture, but today we'll make a new one and I'll show you how it works. So the first thing I do is I cut out a piece of plywood. For me, a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch piece of plywood works great because it can align straight up to the edge of the table. The next thing I do is I actually cut out a silhouette of the item that I would wish to repeat engrave. This allows me to visually and even physically align it up so I can repeat every cut, every engraving to perfection every time. In this particular fixture, I'm also cutting a recess out for medallions. What's great about this video is it shows you how great the Thunder Laser Smartboard is. The cutting's done, but it is controlling the exhaust vent to make sure that all the smoke gets out of the chamber. Just a little bit of finishing left here with a Dremel, and using a drill I can cut holes, and the exhaust fan will actually work as a hold down for the lighter weight wooden parts. Every job does not always require a fixture to get great alignment. Using RDWorks and the capabilities of the laser for framing, you can create a false line in order for you to see what it will look like on the material. Here is an example. Right now it's drawing my frame, and I know that whenever I etch this, that it'll be perfect and aligned, at least to the abilities of what I need for this type of engraving. With a Thunder Laser, even when you make a fixture, there's no reason that it has to be ugly. It can be attractive too. And it can also include valuable information on the fixture of how to set up, such as origin. So how do I use this fixture? Simply, I butt it against the back part of the Thunder Laser. Then in RDWorks, I control the laser and send it to its home position. Then using RDWorks, I'm able to control the laser and put it in the exact position of origin that I want for my repeated engravings. I can also do the same thing when I'm ready to engrave one of the medallions. It's very simple to control the laser and move it into the origin position that you need. After using the autofocus or manually focusing the laser, I'm ready to move the piece into position using the lines that I cut previously as a guide. It is now perfectly aligned, and I know when I make my engraving in whole, it'll end up perfect. The same is true for the medallions. As you can tell, I'm extremely pleased with my Thunder Laser Nova 35 purchase.